All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Chakudash, and double honors to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. This is a lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami. And hey, this video is going to be inspired by this headline here from the New York Post. All right, it was published April 29, 2022. And it says Florida Governor Ron DeSantis vows to fight Biden's Ministry of Truth. Okay, all right. And matter of fact, I just got to go into the article because, hey, again, it speaks to biblical prophecy, man. All right, the fact that we have a Florida governor, all right, which Florida is one of the states of the United States, okay, one of the territories, right, okay, all right, and the fact that there's a Florida governor that is fighting against the greater government of the United States, okay, and their policies goes to show you that the things that we've been prophesying about, such as division, okay, and tension, within the United States itself and abroad, uproars of the people, all right, tension between different rulers and politicians, okay, it's happening now, okay, and that's just one example, all right. So, other examples such as the famines, the wars, all right, the pestilences, the earthquakes in diverse places, disasters, or weather catastrophes. All right, all of these things speak to Bible prophecy. So we are definitely here. Okay, all right, and hey, this is mainstream media. All right, this is information that you can publicly have access to. Okay, all right, you can find this on Google. All right, this is the article again. It says Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on Friday vowed to fight back against the Biden administration's new Orwellian disinformation bureau, insisting a ministry of truth cannot exist in the United States. Now, the term Orwellian, which I'm gonna look it up real quick just to get the definition. Okay, Orwellian. It says characteristics of the writings of George Orwell, especially with reference to his dystopian account of a future totalitarian state in 1984. Okay, so when somebody is ascribing something or a condition in society as Orwellian, basically they're saying that it's a dystopian future, okay, characteristic of what George Orwell illustrates in his novel 1984. Okay, and this novel is very famous. All right, so and actually the term Ministry of Truth actually comes from this novel because in the novel there was a Ministry of Truth that was responsible for controlling the narrative that the people believed in. Okay, and nobody could speak out against that narrative. Okay, all right. So what Governor Governor DeSantis is saying is that a system, okay, or an institution like this cannot exist in the United States. It wouldn't be fair. All right, and it would go against what they call the freedom of speech that these people believe that they all are entitled to. Okay, it says they want to be able to put out false narratives without people being able to speak out and fight back, DeSantis said. But we're not going to let Biden get away with this one, so we will be fighting back. Okay, so you see there's that division there, man. You have a governor of Florida, man. Okay, all right, a governor of Florida, man. All right, which is a state in the United States, all right, that is openly speaking out against the policies of the president of the United States, the commander in chief himself. Okay, all right. Why? Because he believes that this bureau, okay, which is actually called the Disinformation Government Governance Board, all right, is going to be pushing out false narratives upon people and robbing people of their freedom to speak out against it, man. And this type of tension and back and forth is going to lead to civil unrest. Okay, all right, because there's more distrust for the government and the powers that be. Okay, and especially within the last decade. Okay, or maybe even within the past um, 14, 15 to 20 years, man. All right, people have more so distrusted their government now more than ever in these modern times, man. Okay, all right, and again, all of this is within the beat of Bible prophecy. Everything is moving to the tune of biblical prophecy. It says DeSantis is the latest conservative to slam the Department of Homeland Security's okay new disinformation governance board, which has come under intense scrutiny since it was first revealed Wednesday. The hashtag Ministry of Truth was trending on Twitter Thursday as critics compared the new board to George Orwell's 1984 novel. The DHS said the board was created to target supposed misinformation linked to key vulnerabilities for the Biden administration, including the border crisis and Russian disinformation threats. Okay, so basically, any information, all right, that this department doesn't deem to be true, okay, or to fall in line with their narrative is classified misinformation. Okay, all right. So basically, people can have an opinion. All right, if people have an opinion, that's a problem. Okay, and it's basically going to be under scrutiny. Okay, it says, but critics, including DeSantis, have argued it is just an attempt to stifle free speech. We cannot have a ministry of truth in this country, DeSantis said. We believe it is essential that individual Floridians and Americans are able to speak out against the false narratives trying to be jammed down our throats by this regime. He added, they won't be able to say things like Russian collusion. They want to be able to advocate for city lockdowns. They want to be able to advocate for school closures. But then when you speak out, they want to stifle dissent. Okay, so basically, they don't want people to be able to speak out against their policies. Okay, in any antagonistic way or opposing way. All right, so if they push out one narrative and you believe something else, all right, then hey, basically they're looking at you like a target. And this is something that's important for us to understand. All right, those of us who have been out there prophesying and teaching this word, okay, that includes us too. Okay, because we speak out against the powers that be, this current system of rulership on the earth, man. Okay, our whole doctrine and our whole frame of life, okay, our whole frame of mind is against this society. Okay, and the scriptures tell you that he he upbraided to our infamy the offending of the law, okay, and the transgressions of our education. Okay, he is clean contrary to our ways. Okay, so let us oppress and afflict the poor righteous man, for he is not for our turn. Okay, so eventually, these types of institutions that Esau is setting up, man, are they're gonna become more strict, more cruel, and they're gonna target us, man. Okay, all right. This is just the first. Well, I wouldn't say the first, but this is just one of the many chess pieces on the move to get to that point, man. Because the scriptures do tell you that Satan shall cast some of you into prison. All right. The scriptures also say that those who would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay. All right. All right. The scriptures talk about how in the last days, then shall the wicked be revealed, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, men. All right. The scriptures talk about how the godly is set against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. Two nations are in thy womb, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. That's why Jacob and Esau were wrestling in the womb. Okay. All right. So it's getting serious, man. All right. It says DeSantis, who is eyed as a a potential future Republican presidential candidate, went on to say he initially thought the creation of the new panel was a belated April Fool's joke. The governor also took aim at the board's executive director, Nina Jankowicz, a disinformation expert who has been criticized for repeatedly casting doubt on the Post's reporting on Hunter Biden's laptop. All right. So anyway, man, I just want to hop right into the scriptures, man. Okay, because hey, brothers in Great Millstone have been saying this for a long time, man. All right, and it's all been according to biblical prophecy. This goes to show that we have not been prophesying out of our own heart, man. All right, the scriptures talk about how there's going to be these different divisions, okay, and tensions between rulers and the people, the common people, and the powers that be. All right, this is at 2 Ezra 15 and 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. So it's going to get that bad, okay? All right, it's going to be civil war and civil unrest here in America on a large scale, okay? For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power, man. And the fact that the governor of Florida is doing this, all right, the scriptures tell you, all right, as the ruler of the people is, so are his officers, man. And as the ruler of the city is, so are those that dwell therein. So this man right here, okay, this man right here, Governor Ron DeSantis, man. Okay, there's a lot of people who admire, all right, his, I really don't have any other way to say it, but kind of like he don't give no fuck, like he doesn't care, all right. He's willing to speak out, all right, and call things out that he doesn't agree with, okay, all right, and he's willing to kind of put his money where his mouth is, man, okay, and set up policies that go up against what the greater government of the United States is moving towards, man. Okay, so people are gonna see that and follow right after him, man. Okay, and trust and believe there are other people, other politicians, okay, other of his peers, you know, of the Republican Party, all right, that see him moving like this, and guess what? They're gonna be inspired to do the same thing, and they have people under them that are gonna follow that, man. All right, and it's gonna lead to that conflict, man. Okay, it says, "And they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Okay, and that's what I wanted to bring out, man. All right, there, man. That division is coming, man. Really, division is already here, but it's gonna get worse, man. Okay, all right, and don't be surprised if these politicians, start gunning for one another, man. Start going after each other, like, you know, on some real carnal type of level, not with just words, but with that action, I'm trying to watch what I say, but it is what it is, man. All right, this is Jeremiah 51 and 46, which the book of Jeremiah, all right, details the fall and the destruction of Babylon. Okay, Babylon the Great, the latter day Babylon. All right, it says, "Unless your heart faint and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come in 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler," man. So these different rulers, all right, politicians, mayors, governors, okay, all right, not just between nations, but even within nations, are going to go at it, man. Okay, they're going to be talking against each other, speaking against each other. All right, rallying people against each other, man. All right, Babylon is a divided place, man. People are different in opinions, widely differing opinions, man. All right, you have people who are for the different agendas. You got people who are against it. All right, you got the people who kind of in between. All right, different type of political beliefs, religious beliefs, so on and so forth, man. Okay, and that goes not only for the people, the average Joe out there, but also even going up higher up into into these different offices and seats of authority, man. All right, so it's going to lead to division and violence and sedition amongst men, man. Okay, all right, and that's one of the signs of a fall of an empire, when the people who are in power and seats of authority, okay, in that empire are at it. They got these different opinions and they just can't come to a conclusion, and you know one guy says one thing and another guy's like, nah, that's not the way it's supposed to be. That's a sign of of a fall of an empire, man. Okay, which that's what was going on even in the ancient empires of Assyria and Babylon. Okay, Medo Persia. Okay, all right. With the rise of the Babylonian Empire, you had Nebuchadnezzar, which was Nebuchadnezzar's father. Okay, they were Assyrian officials. Okay, of the Assyrian Empire in Babylon. Okay, and they didn't agree with how things were being ran, so they up and fought war against the Assyrian Empire, man, the greater Assyrian Empire, and they translated the capital from Nineveh to Babylon, and that was the beginning of the Babylonian Empire, man. Okay, then you had from Babylon to the Medo-Persian Empire. Okay, all right, the people of Medo-Persia, they didn't like how things were being run, so eventually they usurped the Babylonians. Okay, and the same thing with the Persian Empire. They were having heavy taxation upon the different Greek colonies. All right, that they had under their control. Okay, and the people didn't like it, and they revolted all the way up until, and that tension lasted all the way up until the time of Alexander the Freak, man. Okay, and he came through and took down the Medo-Persian Empire. Okay, and the story continues. So that so again, man, this is a sign that hey, this kingdom is coming to an end, man. Okay, this is Mark chapter 3, verse 23. It says, and he called them unto him and said unto them, in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end, man. Okay, so it's a wrap, man. And eventually, these types of things are gonna get worse, man. Okay, these types of things are gonna get more pronounced, more frequent. Okay, all right, we're witnessing the fall of Esau's rulership. All right, we here, man. Okay, all right. It's a even in the scriptures to tell you, one city against another, one kingdom against another. All right, one realm against another. you know, in Second Ezra, man. Okay, I want to say Second Ezra 13th chapter. All right, but this is Isaiah 19. I'm gonna close out with this. This is Isaiah 19 and 12, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay? All right? which is crazy because, people have a right to their opinions. Is that not what this nation's supposed to stand on? People having a right to their opinions and freedom of speech and all of this. All right, we all these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. All right, so on and so forth. Right, so why would something like this be necessary? Okay, that goes to show you that Esau knows that he has lost control of the narrative, and that's why he's coming down with great wrath. Okay, because he feels like he's losing control. All right, he knows that he's losing control, man. Okay, all right, with the internet, social media. All right, the prophets are out there. Okay, even the average citizens are wising up to what the hell is going on, speaking out against it. Okay, all right, then you have people abroad exposing things. All right, that they don't want to be exposed. They don't want certain policies questioned, man, because Esau wants people to just submit. Okay, but that's not what's gonna happen. So eventually, it's gonna get to the point where he's gonna come and use violence, man. Okay, and it's gonna be a very bloody occasion in Babylon the Great and across the globe. Okay, all right, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that out real quick, man. Nothing too serious. Just hey, this is beautiful, man. The fact that this is going on, man. Call hello, Habashim Al Shai, double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone salutations to the elect, hope for righteous elect, and hey, Shalom.